What's up, YouTube? My name is Wakar. I'm an emergency room physician and just trying to make some content here. Currently residing in my son's room, as you can see in the back. Um, if you come through, hang out with me, watch me play, we're going to do a couple of things on this channel, from streaming Call of Duty, any other particular game, to talking about my shifts, maybe dropping some knowledge. um, or if you have any other questions and you want some insight, I can, maybe help fill in any gaps and enlighten everyone. But this is a first video tutorial of my stream. I'm a huge Call of Duty fan, so this is taking a look at my setup currently. Been playing COD for some time. I hit iridescent. Stats aren't everything, but I've had a pretty solid stretch thus far. The 4.18 on big map, 3.68 on resurgence. So right now I'm just really testing the waters, seeing how my setup handles it. I'm gonna quickly run a test to see how to go about streaming, what kind of settings I need to optimize. But if you're wondering how your setup performs, this is how you do it. So you go over to the settings, to that gear in the far right, top right corner, hit the graphics section, and then there's a button called benchmark here. This is for PC users, so if you have a setup and you're trying to optimize your settings and you want to make sure everything's running smoothly so you get the most bang for your buck, you'd come here and you'd go ahead and do this. Now I have this going with my OBS, which is my streaming platform service in the background, so this will give me an idea of how my setup performs while I'm trying to stream. So we'll go ahead and get that started. So yeah, like I said, I'm an emergency room physician. I've been an emergency room physician now for 7 years almost, which is, awesome. So I've seen a fair share of things. And this channel isn't really to, show you how good I am at Call of Duty. Myself, like anyone else, I have terrible days where I'd boot up after a terrible shift and I'd get the brakes beaten off of me, But it's more like, hey, you want to come, you want to vibe out, you want to see, some content. You got any particular medical questions you want to ask? Or we could talk anything from fitness to, like, working out, dieting, to even as, far as lawn care is concerned. Like or how to play an instrument, or DIY projects that I have in mind, even stocks, like whatever you guys want to talk about, drop it in the comments and we'll see how it goes. But here is, my benchmark tool running with the OBS going. So let's take a look. And so far the numbers are pretty bad compared to what I normally get. My average FPS, because I have a 5080, tend to be in the 280s at least, usually above 300. And the big thing right now you can see is significant variation. See, it goes as high as 300 down to even like 180. So that significant variation it's gonna make it hard to play at a high level for you guys. So if you're coming here to watch a sweat, I do have days where I am pretty filthy, but seeing the significant variation in my average FPS is going to be problemsome. I also am not on fiber, so my latency is 25, so not ideal. So my CPU is dominating, but my GPU, which is a 5080, by Asus. My low fifth is 224 versus my average is 274 now, and my low first is 204. So, um, huge variation, which I do think is going to negatively impact my game. But you know what? We're gonna work with it. We're gonna see what we can do. Um, real quick. So my loadout changed. This is not what I typically run. Oh, this is multiplayer. But yeah, so this is just me testing the waters, me welcoming you guys to, come kick it with me. I have a couple of friends that I play with, and they're all really nice and talented as well. We have some interesting talks, but again, just an ER doc. The profession is incredibly stressful, as you probably guys know. So just looking for new ways to just always vibe, hang out, keep your head above water. And we do that with fitness, COD, family, activity, the occasional cheat meal. But yeah, let's see how things go. Welcome to the channel. If you guys have any questions or even cool ideas, let me know. But one of the things I want to do is something called like shift talks, which is when, after shift, as an ER doc, you see a ton of things. Some sad, some crazy. Just, come here, kick the feet up, talk to you guys about it, and then maybe enlighten you guys on a couple of topics, like what is an appendicitis, what are kidney stones, how do they present. This is stuff that we can just talk about. That way, you grow, I grow, we all grow and become more knowledgeable. So, yeah, much love. Congrats on starting your channel, Car. Oh, my man Nick. Hey, Nick. Yeah, my brother. Nice to hear from you. Hope I catch you around. Would love to see you in the chat more. That's awesome. That's awesome. Nick showing some love. But yeah, am I the best Call of Duty player? Absolutely not. Like, so if you're here to watch someone drop 30s and 40s and 50s, maybe occasionally, maybe. But not gonna happen regularly. Now, again, I'm pretty nice, but streaming does take a toll on my PC, so we'll see. But I'm here for you guys. Like, whatever you guys want to talk about. I play video games anyway, so for me, this isn't much of a huge commitment, right? All I did was plug in a camera, and here I am. So I play games pretty often, like 90 minutes every day or every other day, wherever I can. If the kids are happy, Sidra, my wife, is happy, the bills are paid, the workout's been done, the activity level is there. This is how you keep your head above water. You do what keeps your head above water. I would love to get to know more people, branch out. And if you guys have any ideas of what I can bring to the channel, let's do it. I do plan to drop like inside the mind videos, like reaction videos, like if I, see something cool online, we can go talk about it. Like LeBron James recently signing with the 76ers is huge, teaming up with a couple of stars in terms of Brown, Embiid, Maxi. That's a crazy, crazy starting five. You have for the what kind of build do you have for the games that you play? did you build your PC yourself? So I wanted to build my PC myself. I truly did. And then my friend shared a horror story with me about how you essentially can fry your motherboard if you take one like false step. Told me how most people back in the day would build their PCs butt naked because they were worried that the static from their clothing would short circuit their chips. So after he shared that story with me, I was like, you know what? These things are so darn expensive nowadays. I am not going to take that opportunity or chance. And as fun as and exciting as that would have been, and so I didn't build it myself. There's someone in my area that offered a good price. I think he offered it was $300 to build my PC from scratch, and that included downloading and installing the Windows. So I went with that option, and it's been great. It hasn't had any issues, knock on wood, for at least a year now. And I have an AMD Ryzen CPU and a 5080 graphics card, so pretty expensive stuff. So my brother always says buy once, cry once. So just thought, hey, if I'm going to, you know, dive into PC gaming, try to buy something that lasts a while, future proof, even though we don't really know what the future holds. But yeah, Nick, thanks for showing love, man. If there's anything you in particular want to ever talk about, I'm here for you. Um, right now I have the stats open and it's saying my frames are dropping by 4%, which isn't terrible. Isn't terrible. Let's see if I go into the firing range, what happens. I can't really see. Let's see. Can I have this open at the same time? I also am working with a single screen, so no, I can't. All right, drop frames by 4% is not bad. But again, it takes a toll. I might have to consider reducing the overall settings of the stream. Maybe even some of my graphic settings I might have to dampen a little bit, but I really can't do much of that because, see, this is another problem. Full screen borderless, it's not good. So yeah, this is just my introductory stream, me letting you guys know that I'll be playing from time to time. Like, I don't have a fixed schedule because as an ER doctor, I work days, nights, evenings, mornings, I work holidays, I work weekends. And then on top of that, with the family, this is more of just like a hobby, just to kind of connect with some friends that I may not see regularly. Um, you know, have you guys get to know me a little more, you know. But yeah, it's just, you don't have to stick around for the whole stream. Just come through, kick your feet up a little bit, want to chat, drop a comment. I'm here for you guys. This is all for you guys. Hoping that, if you're having a rough day, I can maybe make that a little easier for you. If you have something you want to talk about, a movie that you recommend, why not? So yeah, this needs to stay on full screen, board exclusive. Everything else is pretty much on low. Now, if anyone watching the stream knows how to potentially reduce the impact of my stream on my actual gameplay, that'd be fire. That'd be super fire. But yeah. So but yeah, it's me. Again, my name's Wakar, full-time ER doc, looking to just hang out, you know, make new friends, make new connections, and then hopefully help you all grow in some shape or form, you know? Um, right now, I am in my kid's room. This was actually my office until this little man decided to come into our lives, which was one of the greatest things ever, and slowly invade every space corner of this home. You know how I feel about that? I don't know. I mean, I'm just kidding. So he's amazing. It's my son. Oh, we got Fafa in the chat. Yo, Fafa. Fafa Gaming 1018. That's my boy. What's up, baby? What's up, man? Yeah, this is what it's all about. You know, you got my man Nick from CT. We got Fahad from Queens. It's like this is what it's all about, you know. COD is one thing, and playing COD, you know, and doing well at it and drawing viewers is cool, but just wanna just wanna show the boys love and vibe out and chill out. Yeah, we talking kids. What do you know about having kids, Fahad? What do you know about having kids, my man? All I'm gonna say is if you don't have them, you know, it's speaking about kids, man, like your life without kids, it's like, you know, it's amazing because you don't have anyone and you don't know what it's like without them. And, you know, you think everything you're doing right now is like complete. But once you have a kid, it's like, and you think back to the life you were having before you had the kid, um, it's like, how did you live like that? You know, like I can't picture life without my kids now. It's crazy how it works. Like, did your camera just move? Yes, sir. It like tracks me. So I always said it's like a pet. It follows me everywhere I go. Yeah. You know what? I mean, make this a podcast. I'm from Brooklyn. I went to school in Brooklyn. My high school had metal detectors. Like, you know, that's a topic in itself. But yeah, the camera is definitely moving. You know, it's gotta track your boy. Um, but let's see what happens. You know, I'll boot up. All I gotta do is press a button, and I'm live. You know, keep it professional. You know, connect with the homies. You know, maybe I'll have the kids on stream, get to know them too. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, they're clowns. They're absolute clowns. But if there's something you guys want to talk about, man, whatever you guys want to talk about. Like right now, I just hit the water park. That was fire. Kids tired out. Grab some pizza. But we're gonna just play COD. If you don't like COD, I hope you like me and could come hang out with me. That'd be cool, right? But yeah, let's see because it's a little upsetting how much of a toll this takes on my PC, and I just like because I'm ultra competitive and knowing that my best foot isn't forward while I'm streaming and gaming, and then obviously Call of Duty is a game of milliseconds, and you know everything matters. Like every frame matters. Um, losing those gunfights, they stack on you. You lose momentum. You start second guessing yourself. You know, it's pretty lame. But am I gonna go out and buy a completely separate PC? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, my boy Ralph texted me. He had the stream opened. Was that all ranked? Yes, sir. That was ranked, my guy. We were playing ranked earlier. Let me see. So Nick is asking, how do you improve your shooting aim? So I have the game open right now, Nick. This is actually a video I actually wanted to put out with how I personally work on my aim. So in Call of Duty in particular, what I do is two things. The first thing I do is I'll just go into the firing range, and I'll pull out the whatever gun it is that you want to practice with. So this doesn't have my. Let me just actually change my loadout real quick. I don't know what happened, and see, it's the game is also glitching. It's odd. Let's put on the absolute correct. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't glitch out again, but so there you go. So what I do is I'll go into my settings actually, and in any game I think this would be crucial, especially a game like Call of Duty where we have something called aim assist. So essentially when you aim at the target, if your reticle is within a certain radius of that target, the aim lock is a little stronger, right? So it's a way to help players on controller because we're only using our thumb, so the dexterity is not entirely there versus your hand on a mouse. But if you're on a controller and you're playing a game like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Valorant, if you can, turn off your aim assist, right? And then take a look go to the practice range, dummies, and the first thing you want to do is shoot the targets without your aim assist. And that way, and then kind of work your way from the first to as far as you would like, and then do that without aim assist, because that's without the game helping you. So if you can do that consistently well, once you turn that aim assist back on, you're going to be in a completely different realm. So, just track. That one's a little tougher. So this is without aim assist on. So if I do turn back aim assist, like my shots are going to be far more consistent. And you can see I'm hitting at 70, almost 74%. And this is without the game helping me, get this going. So if I had that aim assist on and I was tracking between the sights, that's, it would only be better. So when I go play against competition, I'm more likely to play well. Now, the other thing is, I think this applies mostly to Call of Duty. So if you're playing Call of Duty and you really want to be on your shot, like on the money every time, there's something called rotational aim assist. So rotational aim assist is, yes, you have aim assist around this particular character, like a little bubble. So when you aim onto that bubble, your reticle will lock onto him. But if you go side to side, it makes that lock on that much stronger. So always, if I don't know if you see it, but you see my character's hands, they're literally going side. Oh, that looks a little awkward. I'm sorry. But if you see my character, left, right, and I'm doing that non-stop. See, I'm going left, right. But I'm doing it so fast, my character doesn't have that time to really go left. So this is how it looks when it's slow, but I'm not doing that. I'm doing it left, right. So left, right. It's so hard to even say. And then when I do that, I activate rotational aim assist. You can kind of see this little frame on my side kind of going back and forth. You see that frame? That's because I'm moving left, right. And when I do that, I get rotational aim assist. So it makes it that much easier to shoot any target that I see Versus if I weren't doing that and I was just standing still, it's actually a little harder. So if I actually go back and I turn on aim assist, right? If I want to shoot, for example, this target all the way back here, and I'm not moving, and I'm just gonna kind of like fight the recoil pattern, because if I go here, this gun just shoots straight up. So all I have to do is hold it downward. So if I hold it downward, you can see 61%, and let's try that again. I'm just gonna hold it downward. That was actually really high, 89%. I think I might have shot the dummy in the back. 50%. Hold on. That missed some shots, but you can see my character's aim. The reticle is kind of hard to control, and all I'm doing is holding it down. See, 46%. That's like pretty terrible. You can see, you see how it juts to the left there too? Because I'm not activating rotational aim assist. Now, if I do the same thing and I go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. 47. I think I missed some shots there in the back. 50. It'll slowly go up more and more. 53. 55. So if I keep doing this, I'm gonna bring that average up and higher and higher and higher. See, 57. So just moving side to side, left to right, look, 59. And if I keep doing it, this average that I had of 54 is gonna skyrocket. I think it was actually 40s. See, now it's in 60s. So if I reset 61, that's not as good. I had a hitch there, but you kind of get the point. This is the furthest dummy too. Like if I go to this dummy here, which is like 81%, and I'm going so. And when you're doing it to moving targets, it helps too. So it's practice with your aim assist turned off, and practice this left to right movement. The last thing I do is I try using cover, because when you're playing a shooting game, the last thing you want to do is expose your entire body like this, because you're that much easier to shoot. So what you should do, instead of jumping out and having your entire body exposed, which makes you a lot easier to shoot from multiple angles, whether it's the person you're fighting or someone that is third partying, is shoulder. So practice like shouldering, so like half of your body is exposed, so you see enough of the person you want to shoot, and they may not even see you peek because you're not as obvious, and if they do, you're that much harder to shoot, versus you have a full line sight of them, but you're kind of behind cover. So always don't over chow. See, don't do this, just do this, you know. So, and then kind of go back and forth of the targets, like, so just work this object here, shoot the guy on the left, work it on the left, shoot the guy on the left, work it on the right, hit on the right, you know. And once you start to do that little by little, you will become a demon, and then you can just quickly work your way from one target to the other. So that's 3 targets, and I don't even have high sensitivity. I play on pretty like average sensitivity. It's just I prioritize hitting my shots and more like reading the player, so I know like where to kind of anticipate the fighting. But that's how I get better. So I turn off my aim assist first, shoot some dummies with that, and then I work on my rotational aim assist, and then, you know, you jump in. You can also play with bots too. So essentially you know, create a lobby with just AI bots, and you take it from there. But yeah, I don't even have my glasses on. Yo, Anthony, my brother. Where's my steak dinner, bro? You promised me pizza. You promised me pizza, my man. when you hook it up with the pizza, you told me you'd take me to Pepe's, bro. So, yo, I'm happy to see, I already got like, some haven't talked to Anthony in a while, my brother. I see you crushing on the gram. See you doing it big. You know, happy for you, my man. What up? Yeah, that's right. I see you. Congrats on everything, man. Congrats on everything. Hopefully we can hang out soon. Take me to Pepe's, man. But yeah, this is what it's gonna be. Vibing out, playing COD. Anthony, if you got questions about medicine, you come through. Ooh. But I think we're gonna wrap it up for now, and we're gonna get going. Wifey's calling. I think that's time that the kids. She needs. She needs me to tag in so we can put these kids to bed. All right, brothers. It was nice seeing you guys. Um, Hope that whenever the stream is up and you guys want to come vibe, I'm here for you. If you ever want to talk about anything in particular, I'm all ears. Um, Come drop by, come tune in. I don't know. Let's grow a community, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. With that being said, this is the introductory um, YouTube stream. Got the fams in it. Big shout out to Nick, Fahad, Anthony. Much love. Hope to see you guys more often. But yeah, I'm a